In this video, we'll do division involving a whole number and a fraction. And if you remember, when we're dividing with fractions, we actually do multiplication. We multiply by the reciprocal. Do you remember what a reciprocal is? Let's say our fraction is 2/3. Its reciprocal is 3/2. And reciprocal means if I multiply those two together, I would get 6/6, and that equals 1. Anytime we multiply a fraction by its reciprocal, we get 1. And basically, that's why our division turned into multiplying by the reciprocal will work. Let's take a look at this example. Our first one is 8. I'm going to write it as a fraction, 8/1, divided by 7/6. So if I change it to a multiplication, I have to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 6/7. 8 times 6 equals 48. 1 times 7 equals 7. Can I simplify that? Well, I can't take anything into 48 and 7 to make it a simpler improper fraction, but I could, if I chose to, turn it into a mixed number. 48 divided by 7. 6 times 7 equals 42, and I would have 6/7 left. So 48/7 equals 6 and 6/7. Now in this particular problem on ALEKS, they will allow you to leave the improper fraction if the improper fraction is in its simplest form. Let's look at another example. 7/6 divided by 4. We can multiply by the reciprocal. 7/6 divided by 4/1. Well, the reciprocal of 4/1 is 1/4. So 7/6 times 1/4. 7 times 1 equals 7. And 6 times 4 equals 24. That is in its simplest form. And so we can leave it as it is. Before we go to this last example on this video, let's see why this works. Let's just take a number that we know. We know 6 divided by 2 equals 3. If we followed our rules and we made this 6/1 divided by 2/1, and I said we're going to turn these into fractions and multiply by the reciprocal, we would have 6 times 1/2. 6 times 1 equals 6. 1 times 2 equals 2. Well, what is 6 divided by 2? It's 3. So this is why multiplying by the reciprocal is actually dividing by a number. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 6 times 1/2 equals 3. Let's look at our next example. Here we have 8/1 as a fraction times the reciprocal of 4/9. Notice I never touch that first fraction. I only multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Now, I can do my multiplication first. 8 times 9 equals 72. 1 times 4 equals 4. And then I could start to simplify. Or, if you like to cancel first, you can do some cross-canceling and think about this 4. Can I get a factor of 4 out of that? Yes. 4 divided by 4, 4 divided by 4 equals 1. And 8 divided by 4, I can do that on the top, equals 2. 2 times 9 equals 18. 1 times 1 equals 1. What will 72 divided by 4 be? 32 divided by 4, oh, it will be 18. So by cross-canceling first, I kind of saved myself quite a bit of division later. When I can see that I can cross-cancel the 4 into 8 as well, I then have 2 times 9 equals 18, 1 times 4 equals 4. So cross-canceling is a shortcut. However, you will get the same correct answer by doing your multiplication first.